I've been to Japan, I've been to Korea, and somewhere on this trip I found a street that felt like both of them at the same time. But by then, Taiwan had already shown me 5 completely different versions of itself. Because this island, smaller than Tasmania, has been quietly doing something that took me the entire length of it to understand. I thought I had this place figured out before I arrived. I didn't even come close. I have just landed in Taipei in Taiwan. I've always wanted to come here, but I've never prioritized it. And yes, it is about 4 in the morning, so it's a pretty early landing, so I'm trying to be as perky as I can. Now, most people come to Taiwan to base themselves in Taipei, but I'm doing the opposite. If I'm going to figure out why I misjudged this place, I can't just see the capital. So the island of Taiwan runs from north to south. I'm actually at the high-speed rail station right now, about to head all the way to the south. But first, let me buy a ticket.
Please select your destination. Please select the number of passengers.
I can't believe it's $1,300 to travel from north to south by high-speed train. That works out to be around $58. That's such a good deal. Right, pretty simple. Off we go. You know what's pretty cool? Everyone's lining up like this. It's pretty orderly.
This is the high-speed train traveling from north to south, and apparently it goes super fast, similar to that of the Shinkansen in Japan or in China. So it actually looks pretty similar, actually, looking at this from gazing from the outside. So yeah, I can't wait to travel, and this is like one of Taiwan's masterpiece infrastructures. So yeah, and to travel north to south in 2 hours is incredible.
Oh, wow.
Man, I can't believe how fast we're already traveling already. And we're only just accelerating out of the city. It's definitely giving me quite Japan vibes, actually. Even the seat of these look like the Shinkansen. So interesting. So the train is already going at 250 kilometers per hour. And wow, that is fast.
If this island is as late as it looks, that should become obvious quickly.
Made it all the way to the south of the country in 2 hours. It's just over 300 kilometers long, so can't believe it. It just felt like that.
A short drive from Kaohsiung is something I wasn't prepared for. It's called Fo Guang Shan, one of the largest Buddhist complexes in the region. Built as both a spiritual center and cultural landmark, it stretches far beyond what I associated with this island. And this is where the scale started to shift.
So I just got to Fo Guang Shan Temple, which is absolutely massive. Wow. I just could not believe the scale of this place already as soon as I'm outside. And I haven't gone inside yet, so who knows how big it is really inside. Wow. That's such a massive place. That Buddha statue is ginormous. How incredible is this? This is Fo Guang Shan Buddha Museum. Wow. So I have, what's your name, sorry? Yolu, who actually works here as considered a monk?
A monastic.
I just want to ask what this place represents to you.
For me personally, this is a place of practice where we learn to serve the public, where we learn to bring out greater good of people by promoting the 3 acts of goodness, doing good deeds, speaking good words, and having good intentions.
Yes. Do you think this place reflects Taiwan's identity?
Definitely, because it has a very rich Buddhist culture. You can see a lot of traditional Buddhist values as well as traditional Taiwanese values over here. So, for example, the architecture, the stupas, the Buddhas here, and even the statues, how this place is set up, the symmetry of this architecture is very traditional. But at the same time, there are a lot of things that is very modern. We have digital experiences. It's a blend of both traditional and modern.
Wow, what a day. I didn't expect Fo Guang Shan to be this immersive and this cultural when it comes to opening our mind up to just peace and meditation and all kinds of culture, especially with the Buddhist faith here. So regardless of what faith you are, I just found it really insightful just to be here and to be amongst it all. But I have to say, I'm absolutely smashed after a massive day. Time to head to bed, and I'll catch you in the morning.
Scale was one thing, but scale doesn't explain the place. To understand this island, I had to go further back, and that meant coming here. This isn't just another city. It's where much of Taiwan's story begins.
Here at the Grand Matsu Temple in Tainan, and you can see here religion is actually lived in. It's not just something that's for show for visitors.
What surprised me wasn't the temple itself. It was how normal it felt. People stopping by on their way to work, families praying together, rituals that clearly weren't designed for tourists. And that's when I realized something. The deeper I went into Tainan, the more I realized religion wasn't the only layer here. Because this city has been shaped by far more than belief. This city has been shaped by traders, colonizers, and centuries of change.
I actually didn't expect this much colonial influence. How fascinating.
Dutch traders, maritime routes, layers built on layers. I thought this island was simple. It's not. History here doesn't sit neatly behind glass. Close-up of roots, gripping bricks, it gets absorbed. Old walls, growing trees, time overlapping itself.
This is the Anping treehouse. And it might be the best metaphor for the city.
None of these places are overwhelming on their own, but together they explain something about this island. Tainan showed me its history, but history doesn't explain the landscape. This island isn't just layered in culture, it's layered in terrain. This is still Tainan, but it doesn't feel like the same place.
This is pretty cool. We just came from colonial forts to temples, and now this. That's really sick.
Tainan showed me the island's history, but here, the landscape tells another story. Mangrove forests, quiet waterways, and just when you think you understand the island, it shifts again.
So, we just arrived at Alishan, and I have to say, this place is absolutely not visible at all. Oh man, the fog and the mist absolutely blanketed the whole place, and can't see a thing. Maybe beyond maybe 100 meters max. But on the positive side, it's actually really, really mystical and actually looks beautiful in itself. Like, especially the forests. Like, it's just so lush, especially in this sort of weather. This cypress tree is 600 years old apparently, and is absolutely massive. And I have to say, this place is one of the most beautiful and peaceful places I've been to. And I didn't expect this in Taiwan actually. This is one of those places that just feels so unusual to even comprehend the fact that it's here. Look at that, there's literally 3 trees on top of each other. The top one growing on top of the one that's at the bottom, and another one at the bottom. How cool is that?
So Alishan is one of Taiwan's most famous mountain regions, and it reaches an elevation of over 2,000 meters, which is actually quite significant. But there's one thing that I didn't realize that Alishan is famous for, and that is tea. And right now we're at a tea plantation. I'm about to taste some tea that is grown locally in this region.
Let me give this one a taste.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so much better warm.
The geography explains a lot, but landscape doesn't tell the whole story. Because once a year, this island expresses itself very differently.
I'm at the Taiwan Lantern Festival, and it's one of the biggest annual celebrations in the country, and this place is absolutely packed, and it's such a vibe as well, with so many installations to see. It is absolutely beautiful. I can't wait to check this place out. There's just so much to see.
Every year, a different city hosts the Taiwan Lantern Festival. It's one of the largest annual celebrations on the island. But what stood out to me wasn't just the scale, it's how relaxed it feels. I thought this might be just a tourist event, but seeing how many locals came out here, it feels more like a celebration of the island itself. After traveling across the island, moments like this start to make more sense. Tradition, modern design, and community all layered together. But somehow, it all fits on this tiny island. But there was still one more place I wanted to see.
All right, I've just made it to Taipei, the capital of Taiwan, but there is one place I need to go to first because it is a must on every person's Taipei's itinerary. So let's head off to the MRT and make our way there. All right, I just got to probably the most popular spot in all of Taipei when it comes to breakfast, and the queue starts over here. I have no idea how long it's going to take. It's currently 11:14. My friend said he came around this time and he waited about 25 minutes because it moves quickly. So let's hope it does move quickly because I'm starving. I'm at Fuhang soy milk, and this is what 35 minutes of waiting gets you. It's actually not that long of a wait because the line moves pretty quickly. Pretty hectic environment, everything moves really fast, and when you get up to the front, they ask you what soy milk you want, then followed by what item you want. So you kind of have to know what to order pretty quickly whilst you're in line and deciding. But this is what I've got. This is the bread wrapped in Chinese donut and some egg. And yeah, this is all up pretty hefty piece of burrito looking like thing, and it also comes with hot soy milk, which is what they're famous for. So all up, this whole thing is worth 120 Taiwanese dollar, or roughly around the $6 mark. Man, that's so good. If you love pita bread, you'll love this bread. It's full of flavor in this bread, and also the Chinese donut inside the youtiao really adds to it. It's so comforting, to be honest. It's like got a nice sweetness, but it's not too sweet, which is great. So overall, my verdict on this is that it is pretty cool to be able to dine with locals, breakfast, and do what locals do. But when it comes to a long line because of the virality of this place, I probably only do it once. Probably wouldn't do it again. There's plenty of places that do these sorts of soy milk kind of spots with Chinese donuts and bread. But this place is popular and it's my first time, so I gotta do it, right?
I'm at the Chiang Kai-shek Memorial, which is probably the most iconic place in Taipei and Taiwan in general because of its complicated history with Taiwan and China, which I'm not going to get into right now. But first, let's go in and get to the changing of the guard parade, which I'm so looking forward to seeing. So right behind me is the statue of Chiang Kai-shek, and it's a memorial to him. He passed away at 89 from old age. Although he's not buried here, he's actually in Taoyuan nearby. So he believes that he only wants to be buried in China when one day this place gets liberated and unified. So that unresolved burial says everything about where Taiwan stands today. A place still figuring out its own story. And somehow that makes it more interesting, not less. Taiwan's past is layered, colonial influence, political change, and cultural traditions all overlapping. So I just arrived at the most famous building in all of Taipei, Taipei 101, formerly the tallest building in the world. And check this out. It still looks absolutely massive behind me. I can't believe it. It was the tallest building in the world up until 2013, when the Burj Khalifa in Dubai became the world's tallest building up until today. But I'm still gonna go up there and have a look because it is still gonna be the tallest building I've ever been on, and I can't wait to check this out. Wow, oh my goodness, this looks huge. Whoa, I didn't realize the shopping center was underneath here, and it looks massive. It's a bit bougie for me, but it looks so nice. Wow.
So I just got to the top of the 101 observatory and the views are insane if you can see it. As you can see, there is some visibility issues because of the fact of the clouds that are just lingering over the top of the tower, but it looks spectacular, and just to see how dense the city is, the scale of the city is just so incredible when I can look through it. So wow. Right over here is the stabilizer. So literally, because of earthquakes that happen in Taiwan a lot, you really need something to stabilize the building in case it sways. And this is what keeps the building up. So that's pretty incredible to see. But it's not rocking at the moment because there's no earthquake. So this is what it looks like when it moves. Look at that, it's pretty incredible. Now, a trip to Taiwan isn't complete without a visit to one of its most famous institutions, Din Tai Fung. It is actually one of the biggest exports in terms of Taiwan, and everyone knows it. It's famous all around the world. You see it everywhere. But I'm gonna visit the original one right here in Taipei. And whoa, the queues are massive. That's insane. There's people everywhere. You can see over there, the average wait time is 110 minutes, so just over an hour and a half, and the time is 6:30 on a Friday night. So it is pretty busy, and it's a real decent wait. Take one here, look at that. Look at that, that looks amazing. So what you generally do is you put one of these pieces, they're very delicate, pierce a hole through it, so that the soup comes out, because they're filled with soup. You don't want to be putting this in your mouth because it's gonna not be very good. And then you drink the soup, and then after that you can take a bite. You have the choice of putting it in the ginger concoction or not, up to you, but I do. And then you shove the whole thing in your mouth. It is so good. So good.
Taiwan's food might be one of the biggest global exports, but Taipei doesn't stay refined for long, because just a few minutes away, the city feels completely different.
If you were to combine Tokyo Shibuya with Seoul's Myeongdong, this is Taipei's equivalent. This is Ximending, and it is full of energy. There's youth everywhere. It's full of trendy shops, full of street food, full of stimulus and lights everywhere that I'm absolutely stimulated and overwhelmed. And this has so much energy. I love this part of Taipei, and it is just buzzing at the moment. This area, Ximending, do you come here a lot, or?
We live here.
You live here?
Yeah.
Well, what's it like?
I would say life.
What is it like? Yeah.
You mean
To
our
live
life?
here? Yeah, like, is it very noisy, or is it like
It's convenient but noisy. A lot of activities.
a lot of activity? Yeah.
Yes.
So you obviously hang around here a lot, and,
Yes.
and just stay in the area because.
Everything is here. Yes, we work around here.
Okay.
Yes.
Expensive here?
Expensive, yeah. Very expensive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks for your time. What's the dog's name?
Pangbi.
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 Pangbi. What's that mean?
Fat noise.
Fat noise. Pangbi. Okay, let me say hi to him. Pangbi.
This part of Taipei is where the city's youth and culture really shows. Street fashion, music, pop culture, and a lot of energy. But it's another reminder that this island isn't easy to define. From temples and mountain forests to streets like this, but there's another side of Taipei at night.
If you want to see Taipei come alive at night, you've got to check out Raohe Night Markets, which is where I'm at right now, and it's absolutely packed, and there's so much food and variety apparently, so let's go check it out. Right, as soon as I got in, I saw this massive queue, and I reckon it's popular, and it looks like some pepper buns, so I'm gonna give it a go because it's probably really good. This is the famous pepper buns, and it's only $65. I can't wait to dig into this. It's so popular apparently. This is the must-get. Look at that. It's so good, I can't help it. Like, this is so easy to finish. I could smash so many of these. It is that good.
Every city in Taiwan has a night market. Taipei's just happen to never stop.
Right, it's my final night here in Taiwan, and it's quite fitting to end at a place like this because Taiwan is actually more layered than I expected.
I came here thinking Taiwan would feel familiar. Japanese enough to navigate, modern enough to be easy, and in some ways it is. But that's not the whole story. Because underneath all of that is something that took me the entire length of this island to understand. Taiwan isn't trying to be Japan. It's not trying to be Korea. It figured out what it is on its own. And honestly, that makes it the most interesting place I've been to in a long time. If you want to see more places I completely misjudged, subscribe. I'm clearly still learning.